Greetings, 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 greetings. Greetings, great rising, great rising, great rising. Good evening, good evening, good evening. How are y'all feeling on this hump day? Do you know what day it is? Do you know what day it is? Ashe, greetings. How are you? How are you? How are you? I should have put tarot and oracle reading in here. Ayibo bo. Ashe yo. Welcome, welcome, welcome to my warriors. Ashe, what's up, babies? What's up? What's up? What's up? On this day of Ogun, speaking of warriors, Ashe, Ayibo bo. On this day of Yemiya, Ashe, for those that rock, Ayibo bo. Ashe yo. How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? So yeah, I'm definitely coming in. It is Scorpio season. It's my favorite month. It's my second favorite season, being autumn. Ashe, Ayi Bobo. But yeah, I definitely rocks heavy with Scorpio energy. So I get really excited when it's Scorpio season. Ashe. So I'm not even going to hold y'all. I'm definitely going to get into it because I am a little bit behind. Ayi Bobo. So yeah, I definitely want to take a look into the shadows. During Scorpio season is a lot of dark, mystical, high vibration energies full of truth and illusions. Ashe pops, full of truth and illusions. You definitely want to make sure that you're paying attention. You definitely want to make sure that you are aware, you're focused, you're rocking with your spirit, Ashe. So I wanted to take a look. Since we're heading into that dark moon energy, we're in the shadowy time right now. A lot of planets are going direct, but it's still some shadowy time. So you still may not be able to see things exactly clear. So I'm definitely pulling some cards, pull them to see where our focus should be, what needs clarity, what needs some light shed on it. Going into the dark, baby, don't be afraid to do that shadow work. Don't be afraid to do that root work, because that is where you'll find your light. Ashe. And if I'm shaking, it's because I'm always moving on my table. Ayibobo. You can rock or you can leave. Peace. I love you. I love you. I love you. What's going on, Trinice? Greetings, 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 greetings. I always love to have someone rocking with me. So when I see two people there, hey, give a thumbs up. Share, like, subscribe if you have not done so already. I'm always bringing that yummy goodness from the truth of it all. Ashe, ashe. So let's just chop it up, get into it. Oh, y'all ready? Okay. So I'm going to start off with the overall energy of the card from the as above. And this is from the cosmos. Excuse me. Boundlessness, direction, and creative force. The night sky holds many a wonder. Some that we can see with our eyes and some that we can only know with our hearts. Pay attention. Take the time today to connect with the cosmos. Go stargazing, read about the lunar cycles, or study astrology. That is coming from the as above, baby. Ashe, ashe, the cosmos. What's going on, 2020? Peace and wholeness, peace and wholeness. So yeah, those that rock with Amethyst and Clover, y'all know that these are the shadow cards from the reading that we had did earlier in the week. Pulling no punches, coming out the gate. So they're definitely telling you that right off rip is a balance that needs to be had. And we've been talking about that. Some people may be struggling with that balance. Some people may be struggling with balance as a whole, regardless of what it is for you. I do know that we talked a lot about balancing out our thoughts and our emotions. But also you definitely want to balance out your life. You want to balance out the things that you are seeing and the things that you are seeing, the things that you're being told and the things that you're being shown, Ashe, because not all of it is truth. That is the beauty and the magic and the power of Scorpio and Scorpio season, is that it revels in the truth. But the energy amongst Scorpio season, and as well as the month of October, where for those that rock, the bills to spend, illusion starts to play, and you may not be sure that it is an illusion. You may take it as truth. So what they're asking you is, you definitely want to make sure that you're rocking with your heart. You definitely want to make sure that you're rocking with spirit. Ayi bobo. Let's chop it up. We're going into the Voodoo Tarot. Ashe, ashe. First card, Magic Mirror. Second card, my card. This is the Star card. Aquarius energy right there. The Z Etole. Check that out. But it's definitely the star card, Ashe. So we have Magic Mirror, which is definitely rocking with the moon energy, Ashe. So you got the moon, you got the star. Huh, okay. And then you have Petrol, Gede L'Enflambeau, baby. Let that be a message, Ashe. So right off rip, they're definitely talking about illusions and truths right off rip. With the Magic Mirror card, it is all about taking some time to do some shadow work. When you're thinking of the Magic Mirror, it's about taking a deeper look into you. Like that's your face that you only see your eyes, but when you're doing your gazing, if you're doing any type of scrying, if you're doing any type of water gazing, magic mirror, dark mirror, any type of mirror work, you want to make sure that you're always focusing in on your eyes. You want to make sure that you're remembering what you know to be true. Ashe, because mirrors do play tricks on you. Your eyes play tricks on you. You have to remember that you're rocking with your heart and you're rocking with spirit. This could be considered as the Loa, your Orishas, your spirit guides, however it is that you rock your angels. They're holding the mirror steady so you can see. As you can see, this is a part of the as above and the so below. What's going on, Divine Nine? What's up, baby? This is a part of the as above and the so below. The stars are out. So, whenever I see stars, orbs, or anything like that, I take that as ancestors, your spiritual team. They are out and about. They are watching. They are here. And they're helping you to see yourself clearly. Some people look at this as when you see all these hands that are involved, there may be other people at play and legit play. So you definitely want to make sure that the people that you're rocking with, you know them to be true. Ashe ayi bobo. You want to make sure that you're not the only one that's giving yourself illusions. This definitely comes up with the Marasa Twa energy or the Marasa energy for the mirror because it's a reflection. So when you're looking at it, what you see is coming back to thee, but it may be a little distorted because, the mirror has a glare, water has movement, so things may not be coming through as clear. So this is why you have to focus and you have to remember who you are and what you're about. What is it that you know to be true? I've been telling my group for a while that this is where I encourage you to start. Remembering who you are, remembering who your ancestors are. There are a lot of things that are questionable. There are a lot of things that are suspect. There's a lot of people saying a lot of different things in regards to the same thing. So it tends to get, slow down. It tends to get a little murky. Your emotions, they start going all over the place and you don't really trust anything at that point. In this card, there is a little lady swinging off of a crescent moon. She definitely is the goddess in regards to the magic mirror. She is the one that is coming through. So we've been talking a lot about our ancestors, our spiritual team, our Ori, the person that governs our head, our spirit guide, our guardian angel, the one that was been given to us since birth. Ashe. With the star card coming through, is definitely telling you that it's a lot of things to be hopeful for. There's a lot of things to be grateful for. There's a lot of work that you have been putting into the universe. And baby, birth is on its way. Ashe, Ashe. This could also be a time for being in your comfort zone. I think of, carrying a baby. I've carried two. So carrying a baby, I think of the baby being safe. The baby is healthy. It doesn't need anything. The only thing that it requires is for me to keep myself healthy so I can bring, it into the world. At that point, it was a boy, but you want to be able to bring it into the world. So, and then there's a lot of activity that's taking place. So if you're actually pregnant, be mindful of the energy that you're around because the baby does have ears. It can hear, this baby is sucking his thumb. They play with their toes. Anything that you eat, it eats. Anything that you're stressed about, it stresses the baby out. When you're happy, the baby's happy. That energy does play a part. So you definitely want to be ever mindful of your surroundings and the things that you're hearing, saying, the things that you're carrying that you're stressed out about. You definitely want to take some look, a deeper look into remembering that this is no longer just about you. you're carrying life. Even if it's not an actual human that we're birthing, you still want to be mindful of the energies that are around you and the energies that you're allowing in and letting out, because you are birthing something. It could even be something as simple as, a new idea. You could be planning to move. You could be relocating. Maybe you're just moving out of your parents' house. It's time to cut the umbilical cord. Or maybe, you're leaving, whatever the situation is, you're starting to see the truth of it all. That is the beauty of Scorpio season. Like, whether you want to or not, Scorpio has a way of surprising you with the information that you've been hoping, and secretly not wanting to address. On one level, you want it to come up. And on another level, you're like, please, I don't even need my world rock right now. You stay at an impasse. Scorpio energy don't give a fuck about none of that. It's coming up, it's coming through. And sometimes at the most inopportune times, you're like, why you got to come up now? Now you should just come up. I've been waiting for you for a week. That's that type of energy. Then you have Gede La Flambeau, baby. I know, Gede. I know. I'm dead, so who gonna check me, boo? He gets to do whatever he wants. With the petrol, Gede La Flambeau, that's fire upon fire, baby. And Scorpio energy does have a stigma for sex. This is definitely a sex card. Let's be clear. This is not your average three of wands. This is not that. I mean, you can read the voodoo tarot like regular tarot, but it takes away from the magic and the potency of it. When, in my world, just my opinion, when you reduce it to the Rider-Waite system or the Rider-Waite system, however you pronounce that, Ashe Ayi Bobo. I'm a part of the new crew. Ashe, you don't want to reduce that down to the traditional tarot. That had nothing to do with us. It's taken away from the culture. So you had the voodoo tarot. Definitely, even if you read it like regular tarot, explore the messages that comes along with the book. You'll learn a lot about the Orishas, the Loas, how it is you rock, especially if you're new and you want to explore, you want to get, more knowledge. This is a good way to learn your Orishas and your Loas. I'm just saying. So with Gede, and it's not just one, there's a whole tribe of Gedes. So let's just be clear. But this particular Gedes are very sexual. They're free. And when I said I'm already dead, so who will check me, boo? That's one of the mantras of the Gedes, Ashe Ayi Bobo. Their role and their realm, they're kings and queens, the god and goddesses of the dead, Ashe. Along with the Barons, along with Mama Brigitte, and I'm not here to get into all of the orders and the hierarchies. There's plenty of people. Check out the Voodoo Diva. She's on point with all of that shit. But right here in the tarot, it's showing you that, yes, it's a fiery time. And for those that rock, when I've been explaining before that for some, sex ain't going to fix it. Don't forget what the magic mirror is about, dualities. I mentioned Gemini energy. So somebody could be involved with a Gemini. Somebody could be involved with an Aquarius. We got strictly like in your face. Then again, someone could be it could be a Cancer, Pisces, Gemini, Aquarius. It could be definitely that type of energy coming through. Or with this fire, it could be, Aries. Who else is there? Aries, fire. I don't know. Is something really big coming through with Aries? Let's pause. So there's an Aries. Someone is dealing with an Aries. There's a lot of fire here. It may be a he. He may be coming on very strong. I'm tapping into Gede energy here. He's coming through very strong. Very fiery. It's almost like he can't contain himself. He just has to have you. And you definitely want to make sure that you're not getting ran. Like, game ain't being played on you. This is not a love bomb. You know what I'm saying? She is mesmerized. She's caught all the way the fuck up. Like, he pretty much have his way. True enough, and and the reading is definitely gated, but this could be masculine energy that is coming through, and you may be intrigued, but you may still feel a little bit of a pause. So you definitely want to be mindful of that. Don't lose yourself in this new fire. It's something going on with Aries energy. The others are Leo, and don't help the kid out. It'll come to me when it's time. But definitely Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Oh, girl, Gay Day is coming through. So those that rock with voodoo or any of the, whether it's New Orleans or Haitian voodoo, Gay Day is coming through with messages. I mean, let's be clear. It is their time. Let's just be clear. This month, this is their time. Like, they're really getting dressed. They putting their tails on. They putting their top hat on. They about to hit the streets. For some, they're already out there. So just be mindful of what you have going on. Maybe someone has told themselves you're having a hard time balancing that out. You know, you're having a hard time balancing out. Staying focused. Some people may feel as though they don't have time for a relationship right now. They only need to focus on what they have going on. And others may need to focus a little more on what they have going on and not be so caught up in this whirlwind. It comes across like it's a whirlwind, like, it's going to be hot and it's going to be good. So you're kind of leaning more towards that side. Proceed with caution. Ashe, ashe. You let it come through. 29, which comes out to be an 11, giraffe spirit. See the big picture. There's more going on here. There's definitely more going on here. If you're struggling with seeing things clearly, this is where that magic mirror can come into play. This is where doing that, the dark mirror. Has anyone ever done the dark mirror? I encourage that in my group all the time. Take a look into the dark mirror. Ashe. If you don't know what that's about, definitely look that up. But it's pretty much just taking a good look at yourself in the dark via candlelight, so you can see, and I know some people have, crazy thoughts about mirror, as you should, because mirrors are a portal. Let's be clear. So here's another opportunity of a portal coming through. There's been a lot of portal energies in 2021, and here it is coming through again. So just be mindful that if you are, I don't know, I'm sure my warriors ain't playing, but I just heard clear as bells. If you playing around with the mirror, be mindful, be mindful that it is definitely a portal. There's a reason that a lot of cultures, during certain points in time, they'll mess around with the mirror. They'll put a black sheet over it. They'll turn it around. It's more than just folklore, and it's more than just fairy tales and scary movies and stories and shit. Like, is a reason that all of that comes up, because it is a legit portal. Ashe, ashe. And okay, when you're taking a look through the mirror or at yourself, let's say that you're just reflecting a proverbial mirror into yourself, you're taking a deeper look into yourself, you definitely want to make sure that you're not creating illusions and you're not believing the illusions. You want to make sure that your vision is clear. And the only way to do that is to actually get raw with yourself. Get raw. So that's coming through in the shadows. It's very dope that the as above portion of the reading that I did in the group, this is pretty much coming through the same, but it's focusing a lot more on this sexual energy. I wasn't expecting that. Again, I wasn't expecting it, but it is focusing a lot on the sexual energy. The giraffe spirit is definitely taking the time to see the bigger picture. This is what I was talking about, where it's not just about you. Is about taking the time to see beyond you. That's where I was going with the magic mirror. You want to not just be into yourself. You definitely want to see beyond that. You want to see beyond yourself. You don't want to just pay attention to what's going on in the world. You want to see what's going on beyond it. Is about the beyond. Is really about what's being in the shadows. It really is. And your team is here to help you. You don't have to hold this mirror by yourself. You don't have to do this part of your journey by yourself. You do have a whole team that is rocking with you. And I've said that before a lot this month about making sure that you're keeping your spiritual team abreast of what's going on with you. Being not afraid, not being afraid to ask for some help. I think that is a really big thing that people struggle with. They feel as though that is a beautiful thing not to require or not to ask your ancestors. Oh, I know they're busy. They got other things going on. Why not you? Why not you? You're feeding them, you're loving them, you're honoring them, you're protecting them, you're saying their name, you're keeping their memory alive. Hopefully you're going down memory lane, you're sharing stories about them. Why wouldn't they want to help you? Don't let pride get in your way, baby. Don't let pride get in your way, because that's going to be a part of the illusion as well. You're tricking yourself out into believing that they're too busy or that you don't need them to handle this. Okay. The giraffe is coming through in regards to seeing the bigger picture. That's an 11. So that's coming from source. That's a divine message. See the bigger picture. You're not seeing something clearly. And I know that things are starting to unfold, but the things that have already unfolded, you're having a hard time coming to terms with that. You want to come to terms with it. No matter how many times you flip that Rubik's Cube, no matter how many times you clean your mirror, no matter how many times you pull a different set of tarot cards, no matter how many different readings you get, that message is going to always come through, because what's for you is for you. And they are rocking. They're trying to make sure that you understand that illusions and tricks, and, you may be looking for love and they may be looking for sex. You want to be on the same page. You definitely want to know where you are, because now is not the time to waste energy. It's just not. And there it is. Swan spirit. And there it is. Time for a deep dive. Again, swans is something with relationships. I'm going to have to go back and check out the live that we did, because for the shadow is a lot about love and relationships. Swans mate for life. That's the first thing that I think about swans, as opposed to them being beautiful and they move with grace and they're very elegant. The first thing that comes through for me is swans mate for life. And they're telling you it's time for a deep dive. So some of us are at a crossroads in relationships, and deep down, you know the truth. Like deep down, you know what it is. Hey, Crystal. Deep down, you know the truth. Deep down, you know what it is, but you are hoping that Aquarius energy, star energy, yes, it's a big yes card. It's full of beautiful magic and wonder and all the rest of that yummy goodness. But at the same time, it's a lot about hope. And you're hoping that what you know deep in the pit of you, oh, that's why that sacral and solar energy came through. You're holding your truth there. And you don't want to go down there and get it. You're hoping that whatever it is that you know, you're hoping that it's not the truth. You want to make sure that you're not the one that is self-sabotaging yourself. You want to make sure that you're not the one that is stunting your growth. You want to make sure that you're not the one that is keeping you stuck. You're feeling, I just heard insanity, going through the same things, expecting a different outcome. That definitely is insanity. And I know as we as women, and probably men, but I'm speaking as a woman because I am one, we as women, we tend to trick ourselves out with that. We tend to go against everything. And many of you rock and take notes. We as women, we will go against everything, hoping that you're not the person that spirit is telling us that you are. And if you're a man that think that you're the only species to go through that, baby, let me clear that on up for you. You're not. We are very hopeful that you will turn shit around. But if spirit is telling you and showing you, and you keep going against it, hoping for a different outcome, then you're going to feel like you're crazy. And then you have a whole argument. You always get to when you get to the point of the relationship where, oh, so you think I'm crazy? Or the dude is always like, oh, yo, she crazy. You crazy. You crazy. There are some illusions taking place. There's some truths that are hidden and nobody else is hiding them. You're squelching them. You're squashing them. You're keeping them down. So they want to stay right on down there until you're willing to go down there and get them. It's time to dive deep. If you're at a crossroad with your relationship, and if you say you love this person or you feel as though that you care about this person, it's time to put all the cards on the table. That's what I'm about to do. I'm about to put all the cards on the motherfucking table. It's time to put all the cards on the table. all the marbles. You're going for all the marbles. You're going balls to the wall. You're going all, you're either in or you out. And a lot of people, y'all know that the relationship is over, but you're still trying to figure out and find a way for it to be in. And for those, and I encouraged the last time, for those that rock with sex magic, you definitely may want to do some sex magic, whatever that is for you. But if you're trying to use sex as a way to keep your mate or to keep your love, that's not going to work. That's an illusion. Just saying. If you've already ended the relationship and they're talking about one more again, because I don't know a man under the sun who has not asked for one more roundabout, for one more sescapade, for one more. Just give me one more. What is that one more going to do for you? Your one more was the last one. Let's be clear. Let's be clear, warriors. Let's be clear. Your one more was the last one because you shouldn't have had that one. Be grateful. Tell these niggas, be grateful. Whoa. And then you have ant spirit, which is a number one. Okay. Ant spirit. And it says time to collaborate. That goes along with what I've been saying in regards to the magic mirror. When you're taking that deep dive and you're really getting real with yourself and you're seeing shit for what it is, even though you're hopeful that it doesn't pan out to be true, you're not alone. You know, maybe it's time to collaborate. Oh, I don't even want to touch that, spirit. Fuck it. If you got your phone ringing, listen, I promise you, I was not expecting this to be the conversation of the night. Baby, listen, if you're on the phone with the other, whether you're a girl, boy, French fry, anything your heart desires, if you're on that horn with the other, maybe y'all need to collaborate because somebody's playing the 50, playing the odds against the middle. And there's a reason that you're on his phone. I know in 2021, this shit still happens. The other is calling the main or the main and stumbled across the other. Listen, take that to your altar. But on a business level, there are three pieces here. And ants, come through ants. Ant energy. It always lets you know that you may think your burden is heavy. And the ant carries 5-10 times its own weight. And they have a plan. And everybody has a role to play. And everybody must play them. So if you're in a business type situation, or if you're looking to start your business, because that definitely came through really heavy as well. If someone is presenting an offer to you, again, check the fine print. But it may be a good fit for you. One is definitely coming through with Aries energy. Yet again, I'm still hearing one, but you first. Make sure that you're going to reap the benefits of it. Make sure that it's not just you putting in the hard work. Make sure that it's not just you, running somebody else's company and you were promised one thing and you were given something else. Don't be afraid to use your throat chakra. You don't mind collaborating, but you must stick to the plan. If the plan is changed without you knowing, there's an illusion. This is what they're telling you. Slow your roll, slow down. Don't get caught up in the whirlwind. Don't get caught up in everything sounds good. You want to make sure that the people that you have on your team, they're really playing and producing as a team. Even if the functions are not the same, because I'm sure these two little ants, and again, that's an as above and a so below. These two little ants, they both have their own function, but it's for the greater good of the tribe. It's for the greater good. You know what I'm saying? So don't be afraid to collaborate, but definitely you want to vet them. That's what I'm saying. Vet them. Are we going to hold this is the overall message. We're going to hold that. Oh, yeah. Then we have the 9 of Wands. Yeah. See, this is about remembering who you are and what you're about and what you have worked so hard for. Don't let someone fast talk you, gaslight you, love bomb you, swindle you. You work too hard. You definitely worked too hard. You are so close to finishing up this cycle. For some, the cycles have completed, but for others, specifically here in the shadows, it's not over yet. Let's be clear. Even if you're like, whoo, child, you feel that it's over, it's not complete. You're close. And your spiritual team, they're very proud of you for the hard work that you've put in. That's Ra shining up there. Very proud of you, very happy that you used your willpower. You used the energy that was given to you, the strength, the fire, the passion of you and what you have going on. But you're going to have to keep it going. Keep it going. And I know you're tired. Then get your rest. That was an overall message. Don't forget to get your rest. Don't forget to have some fun. Don't forget to balance your life out. Keep it balanced, but don't you dare. They're also protecting her. Someone could be coming to challenge you. Someone could be coming to sideswipe you. Don't forget, this is shadow. This is the shadowy period. So it's not all about moonbeams and rainbows. I'm a shadow worker, baby. So I may not be your cup of tea, but I'm trying to tell you what I know because I know what I'm telling you. It's not over. If you think that it's over, it's not. The cycle is almost complete, but you still must stand your ground. You still must see it through. If you feel tired, call on your ancestors, call on your tribe, call on your spirit to come through. You're so close. See the bigger picture. Don't get caught up into the hardship that you're facing, or don't get caught up into, what's truth and what's lies. If you rock with your spirit, if you're rocking with your heart, spirit don't lie. And I know some people have a hard time. That's probably the shadow work of the day, rocking with your heart. Your spirit does not lie. He or she will never steer you wrong. Spirit don't lie. We lie to ourselves, but spirit does not lie. And spirit is telling you, stay suited and booted. Stay ready. Because somebody or something is going to challenge. It's going to be a challenge here. And you see, you got these little buds, this new life. Or y'all just going to move yourselves around. Got you. This new life is budding. It's coming. And you worked too hard to give it all up now. You worked too hard to give it all up now. You still got to take care of yourself because you still got to see things through. You still got some things that you need to see through. So if there are people around you, and Spirit is saying that, yes, there are people around you. You do have people that you can trust. You do have people that you can rely on. You do have people that are willing to build, not just with you, but for you. You understand? You have someone in your corner who's willing to help to lighten your load. And then you have someone who's giving you the illusion that they're here to help you. You definitely want to keep your wits and your senses about you. If your spidey senses have been going off, I would trust that. I would definitely trust that. 7 of Cups. See, this is what I'm talking about. Now, for some, the issue or the shadowy period for you is you got way too many fucking options. You got too many. And I know some of us that don't get a lot of options, we be like, I would kill to have more than one option. Or I would kill to have more than 2. You got 7 of them. But everything that glitters ain't gold. And just because it's being presented to you doesn't mean that you have to take it. Choose wisely. These cups are sitting on air. Air is a mental sign. So you definitely want to think it through. You're being given time here. You don't have to rush. Even with deadlines, and I spoke about that, even with deadlines, you still have time to think things through. Choose wisely. This energy comes through, whatever you pick, you may not be able to give it back. What's going on, Julie? Choose wisely. Some of us want a man. Because, hey, I'm going to just rock with it. Some of us want a man. But just because this man is in this cup doesn't mean that it's the man for you. Let's be clear. Some of us may be looking at the snake as a dangerous poison. Oh, I don't want no motherfucking snake. And that's the thing that's going to help heal you. Be careful about what you're choosing. Be careful about how you're choosing. Be careful, period, Pooh. Be careful. It looks like, that could be like the Viking hat. That could be the whole devil hiding. This one right here. You're like, oh, yeah, I need protection. I could use something to help protect my Ori. I'm going to choose that. And you could be pulling the devil out that goddamn cup. Let's be clear. Let's be clear. Be clear about exactly what it is that you want. And a lot of us, we're not clear. And that probably is the shadow work. That probably is the shadow side of you right now. You're still not clear. And all of these options are not helpful. So again, do the process of elimination. Do the process of elimination. You know what you don't want. I don't care if the snake is on here and the snake is all about healing. If you don't want no snake, snake gotta go. If you don't know what's coming out of this cup, gotta go. Rock with spirit. This is where rocking with your spirit, it will help you. It will guide you. It will steer you on your path. So yeah, sometimes too many options are not a good thing because you then get confused about, well, why is it in a cup? Why is my ancestors or why is my spirit guide, why is God putting all these options in a cup? What is this really all about? I can use a little bit of all of that shit. Right? Why am I supposed to choose? How am I supposed to choose? Prioritize. What is priority? What is it that you need during this Scorpio season? What do you need this season? Do you need strength and courage to stand your ground? Do you need that fire and that passion to get you going? Do you need a team? Some of us are entrepreneurs and we're a team of one. And we feel as though we can't afford to bring another person on board. There's more than one way to get a job done. You want to definitely see the bigger picture. Some of our mates are here to help us and we're not utilizing them either. It's time to dive deep. It's time to dive deep. I know how you got there. Baby, listen, I can't make this shit up on my motherfucking best day. And what I tell you? What I say? He fine. I just love this card. He fine, girl. He fine. He just got his hair locked up in a big old bunt. Girl, he fine. That thing is terrible. Oh, and again, listen. And again, don't get caught up. Don't get caught up. Because, yeah, he may be an emperor. So this dude could come with a lot of money, a lot of wealth, a lot of status. But how does he treat people? Here. Do you know that? Or you like, girl, he got all the things that I need. He got these locks going on. He got this long beard, baby. He look, he can hold a sun in his hand. He just play with him like it's nothing, girl. Can you just imagine? Listen, don't get caught up. Get past the surface. Go past what you see. Yeah, he fine, and we know it. He got a lot going on. He's rocking for the culture, baby. He got his Unc staff. He got Africa tattooed on his damn arm. He with the shits, boo. He's about it. Don't get caught up into that. Who is he as a person? How did he become the emperor? What hurt and pains have he gone through? Is he looking to take it out on you? You want to get past the surface. But in all honesty, in regards to a whole flip side of this is also an empowering card. For every time I've done a reading, some form of the Empress has come out. For those that rock in the group, the Empress was, excuse me, Ayuzon. I'm sorry. Something I want that message to get out. Mango smoothie. That's right. So I might need to get some water on that. The Emperor. Remember, I've been saying it's been a lot about balance, and we've been seeing the Empress or a lot of female energy coming out. This is telling you in the shadows. Give me 1 second. Good night. What is the block there? Goodness gracious. Whew. So something or someone doesn't want you to come into your fire, baby. They don't want you to come into your power. They don't want you to understand that it's going to take more than just you. You're going to have to call on your team. You're going to need to, well, you're already at the end. You're going to need to tap into your masculinity. And I know a lot of us are focusing a lot on the feminine energy, especially when we as women have spent so much time having to learn how to be tough and brave and bold and tackle the world, on our own, for us, by us. You know what I'm saying? Raise kids and take care of a house and take care of a home and all of this stuff. You're going to need to tap into your masculine energy. I know that a lot of times you feel as though that I have to rock with my feminine side. It's all about love. Yes, and it is. Y'all already know. Yes, it is. It's about love and it's about compassion and it's about being sympathetic and it's about being empathetic and it's about being nurturing because that's where it's really at. Feminine energy, y'all know me. And for those that don't, let me tell you, boo, feminine energy is where it's at. How to the ever you want to make sure that you have your masculine energy on deck because people are out to play on your emotions. Let's be clear. They know the words to say. They've been watching you. They know what to do. They know what to say. They know how to move. They've been doing this for a while. Take that to your altar. Take a deep breath for a moment. Oh, that felt good. Let me do one more. It's better. I can still feel a little tickle way in the back, but thank you. Thank you, twin. Thank you, girl. Yes, don't be afraid to tell me to breathe because the kid can go. Because when the messages are popping, they be popping, and I rose with it. But yeah, you definitely want to make sure that you're tapping into your wits of it all. The emperor is very logical, methodical, you know, um, can hear, think, talk, process at a rapid pace, pretty much holding suns in his hands. So you don't want to play fire because he'll meet you with the fire upon fire. You definitely want to make sure that you're not being taken advantage of. So you definitely want to tap into that masculine energy. That's where the 10 have been popping, the one and the zeros, the cycles are being complete. I know when we see tens, it's all about rocking with completion, but don't forget numbers have energy. And when it came out time for the ant spirit, it said number one. And I know we are number one, but masculine energy. Ones are masculine, they say. Zeros are feminine, they say. I.e. Bobo. Take that to your altar. But what I'm showing and what's being shown here is you're definitely going to make sure that you are balanced between your mental and your heart space, between your feminine energy and your masculine energy. You're going to need both. Someone may be trying to play on your emotions. Someone may be trying to play in your blind spots. Someone may be trying to play you, period. Giving you all these options. Take your time and choose wisely. And if they are rushing you, that is definitely a motherfucking red flag, i.e. Bobo. Just saying. The Green Witch. And look at her. I'm trying to tell you, there's a lot of fire here. You got the Nine of Wands. You got Petro, Gede, La Flambeau. That's fire up on fire, baby. You got the Emperor, which is Aries energy. So this whole row, look at this. This whole row, yeah, it's about to be a fiery time. It's about to be a fiery time. In the shadows, what's lurking is something's brewing. Somebody's going to try it. One more again. One more again. They're just going to try it. One more again. And you have the Green Witch, 7. What does 7 mean to you? This says fresh, new spring. Fresh energy. Something new, remember, is coming your way. Some of us may see or have this birth by spring. Spring is not that far away. Let's be clear. I know we're in the thick of autumn and we're about to phase into winter, but after winter must come spring. Check on your seeds. Check on your seeds. There's something that's it could either be you, someone, or something that's going to create a block from you getting this harvest that is coming your way. That's going to prevent you from planting more seeds so they can blossom and bloom by spring. Listen, some of us are working on a project and it may take a turn. It may take a turn. It may take a little bit longer than what you were expecting. Oh, that brings back the dream. I had a dream a few nights ago where, speaking of collaborations, supposedly in the dream, and I'm saying supposedly because it never panned out whether this was an actual collaboration or was this a competition. Let that be a message. What may be a collaboration to you may be a competition to someone else, or what may be a collaboration to someone else may be a competition for you because, and I'm going to say it that way, someone is trying to collaborate with you and you thinking that they're in competition with you because in the dream, you were so busy watching what they were doing and trying to hurry up. But for you to be paying attention to what they were doing, trying to keep up their speed, their pace, what they had going on, they ended up beating you anyway. That was the dream. They ended up beating you anyway because you wasn't focused on what you were doing. Even if you see it as a competition. Oh, and I just saw who is the fastest running guy right now. He never looks back to see where his people are. You know what I'm saying? Like he's still focused. Fastest man in the world. He's still focused. He's still going forward. He's still doing his thing. You got your own thing going on. By you keep looking to see what somebody else is doing is actually slowing you up. By you trying to keep up with the Joneses, it's actually slowing you down. It's actually putting you in harm's way. It's actually putting you behind the 8 ball. You can't see it now because it may be an illusion. The moves that you're making now, you want to choose them wisely because it's a slippery slope. It just is. Focus on you. Rock with the team that you're rocking with. Don't look at somebody else's team and wish you had their players. Smoke screens and mirrors. Truth, facts, and illusions are the name of the game. Be grateful for what you have. Be grateful. I don't care if they got 5 people strong and it's just you and somebody else. Be grateful. You don't really know what's going on over there. And if you keep looking over there, you'll find out because that energy is fucked up and that shit is going to fuck you up by not paying attention to what you got going on. Ashe, ashe. Green Witch. Green Witch. So, herbs. Herbs is definitely the name of the game. That offering is definitely coming back up. Do something new. Something fresh. Creative, innovative. There's someone, it's like how high? Got blunt, got weed? It's like that. Y'all can really help each other here. And it actually may be coming from a partnership. And you might not be able to trust it because you're probably thinking that all they want is sex. It's too easy. But this person is coming with a lot of wisdom. Or maybe you're the one that's over romanticizing it. You could be the one that is seeing something that is just not there. They could really be here to just help you. All they want to do is help you. And you swear that there's a hidden agenda work right there. There's a partnership here. And you want to be careful to make sure that it's a legit partnership. Whatever that means to you. You want to make sure that you're not thinking one thing and they're thinking something else, because your feelings are going to get hurt and then you're going to want to retaliate and you won't be able to see clearly. You want to make sure that the lines of communication are open and is clean and is clear if you're collaborating. But for a lot of us, change is coming and your partner can help. Or maybe the roles have been reversed. Maybe you were the one that was the CEO or the entrepreneur, and now shit is reversed. They're the CEO and they're the entrepreneur. Some people are struggling with that. You've been in competition in your own home, unnecessarily so. It's not necessary. Y'all a team. Don't forget that. You're a team. Ego. Their egos in the way. Dive deep. There's some sabotage taking place here. Dive deep. And this is saying the ancient elder experience and lessons. The elders have been around, and let this be confirmation. Oh, and then I just spoke of wisdom from the emperor. And there's an owl, and there is a sage, and it's saying ancient. Confirmation that those that rock with amethyst and clover, that the ancients are definitely here. Elder experience lessons. They're here to remind you that even during your hardest times, and we've been having some hard times, we've been taking some heavy hits, there are lessons to be learned. Have you learned them? Some of us are having a hard time coming to terms with the things that we need to come to terms with. They're encouraging you, come to terms with them, because there's a lesson that leads to a blessing in regards to that. And I just heard in my mind, it's a meme floating around said, I hate to hear witches say blessing. Well, baby, it's a blessing and the lesson. An elder can definitely give you some advice. Someone is really not taking the help that is all around them. Help is all around you on this realm and other realms, and you're just not taking it. That could be one of the things that you're choosing poorly on. You need to be a little bit more wise about the decisions that you're making. There's an elder that can help you just by having a conversation, not to fix anything, but fixing it by giving you something that you need, motivation, courage, something that is going to create an epiphany. You know what I'm saying? Light bulb going to go off. There's something that the elders can do. And you definitely want to do that before they become ancestors. I say, because I do have, and it's a minor regret, and it's one that I never even thought of until my mom was no longer on this realm. My mom is our family storyteller. And I'm saying is because she is. She's ascended, but she is our storyteller. She can tell a story like nobody's business. And there's this one ghost story that she used to tell. And I never, while she was on this realm, I never asked her, Mom, tell me the story so I can write it down so I can keep it going. You know what I'm saying? And now that she's on another plane, another realm, all I want to do is ask her, how did that story go? How does it go? How does it go? So ask the question that you need to ask now. If you feel as though you don't have anything to ask, there's your root work, there's your shadow work. There's some information, because I know we're busy, and I hear a lot of elders say this. The young folk are too busy. They're too busy. They can't help. They're too busy. Take my advice. Take it to your altar. But I'm trying to tell you what I know, because I know what I'm telling you. When they're no longer on this realm, so many questions that you thought of and said, I'll ask another time, and some that you never thought of, they're going to pop. And you're going to want to ask them. And you still can, but they won't be physically here to give you that answer right away in a manner in which you could really use and benefit from it right now. I'm just saying. Yes, to the ancestor peaches come through. That little lady, y'all, I tell y'all this all the time. I miss her so much. She was Taurus Aries cusp, but she rocked with the Taurus. She was more so in her world, more so Taurus. Until she got older, then she was like, I'm Aries. Lady, you too old to be Aries at this point. You still Taurus. Like, you still Taurus. Ask the questions now. Or just think back. Because I know a lot of times our elders, they pour into us, whether we acknowledge it or not. Especially during this time frame where we have a lot. I'm in the shadows, let's be clear. Trigger alert, get the fuck out now. I'm just saying. But there's been a lot of ascension taking place. So much has been poured into us that we don't even realize it. All you have to do is sit still and focus. Focus on your loved one. You want to figure out how to start communicating with your ancestors, how to build a relationship and a rapport with your ancestors. Sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up. What Richard Pryor say, have a coconut smile and shut the fuck up. That's what you want to do. It's in there. It's in there. And they said, it's time for a deep dive. You may want to go down and you may want to get it. No one, I don't want to say that because everybody's family is not out like that. But people that love you, no one loves you more than them. I'll just put it to you that way. No one loves you more than them. I know for me, my mama, no one loved me more than my mama. No one. Even though, I could name all people that growing up, I thought that others, nobody loved me more than my mama. So if I need answers and if I need something from her that I know that only she can give, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to be quiet and I'm going to rock. I'm going to fix her meal. I'm calling out to her. I'm going to fix her meal. I'm going to play her favorite songs. I'm going to talk to her until she answers the horn. I'm calling till she answers the horn. I'm calling. I have been for the past 3 days, waking up about to call Baba. And listen, and he has transitioned. Listen. Take it from those of us that are still healing. Me and Twin, our parents ascended pretty much back to back. And it hasn't been that long ago. My mom ascended in February. I'm grateful for the lessons that she gave to me when she was still in this realm, especially about life, death, and rebirth. I'm so grateful for that. Like I said, if you don't even acknowledge it, it's in there. I didn't know that I was being taught the ATRs. She never put a label on it. She didn't have to. It was what it was, And when I took such an interest, it sparked in her that I was actually able to put labels on it. I was teaching her. As she's teaching me, I was teaching her. And she was so proud that I was taking the step. Because as far as my mom was concerned, it was just about a part of our culture, a part of our lineage. She teaching, what she learned along the way, what was in our DNA. And for me to take it a step further, she was proud. But I have so many questions. So many. And on a part of you, you're thinking about time wasted. None of it was wasted. None of it. Your ancestors do not want you in shoulda, coulda, woulda land with them. They don't want that. To do that, it puts them in quicksand. It keeps them in limbo. I know a lot of people don't understand what limbo means. Shoulda, coulda, wouldas. And regret, it keeps them in limbo. There's nothing they can do about that. Let the gay days come through. What's done is done. It's done. There's no taking it back. This is why you have to mean what you say and say what you mean. You have to walk and move with grace. You have to see past yourself. Because I, for one, don't like to apologize and I don't like to have regrets, baby. So when people say you think you're perfect, no, I don't. I just work really fucking hard. I just work really fucking hard, baby. I just work really fucking hard. I'm considerate to a fault. I'm loving to a fault. I'm kind, but I'm not nice. Take that to your altar. I'll entertain whatever it is you have to say. But one thing's for sure and two things for certain. If I feel like you're playing me, you're playing me. Now, what I do with that, that's a horse of a different color. Ashe, Ayi Bobo. Listen to your elders. Your ancients are coming through. Your mother's 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 mother. Your father's 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 father. They coming through. They coming through, helping you to understand that this was a lesson. All of this had to happen, baby. All of it had to happen, baby. It all had to happen. All of it. Whatever that all is, it had to happen. Queen of the Darkwood Elves, and this is a 40. We got 45. I'm 45 right now, baby. Ashe, Ashe. And we have 40 here, and we have 30 here. And this says premonitions, foreshadowing, and mystery. This is another Scorpio card. Ain't she something? So a lot of us are struggling with our gifts. And see, this is where it will be a good time to collaborate because so many of us, we were born knowing. Some of us, we figured it out along the way. Ashe Pops, we figured it out along the way. And some of us are just starting to come into our gifts. This is where you can collaborate. Finding your tribe, you know, not being afraid to say that you're seeing shit, you're hearing shit, because there are others of us who can help you through that. I said this before and I'm going to say it again. It is a beautiful time because early 90s in my town, as far as I knew, I was the only Black witch. Let's just be clear. I had no assist. I had no help. There was not another me. Even my friends was like, we know you weird and we know you eclectic and all, but you taking this shit a little too far. And, you know, then I would shrink myself and play myself small because I didn't want to be the only one out like this. Maybe you are crazy. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you are taking things too far. But I'm an explorer and I love to explore. Some of you are starting to have visions. Some of you are starting to have premonitions. Some of you are being initiated or receiving a call to see past the veil. Remember? To see the magic mirror, to see past shit, to see past yourself, to see past the world. Some of us are getting our clairs. And if you don't know how to process that, I would take it to my altar first. I would do my research second. I would ask some questions, collaborate, and take that shit back to my altar. Yes. Some of us are struggling with that. You're having a hard time. That shadowy time, you must understand that people are just, I was just saying, just leave it there. Thank you. Just leave it, you know, just have people that you can trust. Whether it's your sister, your good Judy, you know, your homeboy, they won't judge you. They don't even have to be on the same path as you, but they understand that life is bigger than what we know it. Life is bigger than just how it is for us. Ashe, Ayi Bobo, the Queen of the Darkwood Elves. So that fairy realm, that mystical, magical, dark energy is, I don't want to say that too strongly, but you want to face it. I was about to say it's not too scary, but it is. Oh, baby, but it is. Oh, but it is, you know, but it's worth it. It's worth it. You could have fairies rocking with you. If you've been losing shit a lot lately, if you swore you just set that there, yeah, be on the lookout for mushrooms. Don't step on them. They don't take kindly to that. That's their home. Ashe, Ayi, Bobo. But yeah, you may be rocking with fey energy. You may have sprites and fairies, elves, gnomes, and for some gargoyles. Gargoyles are protection. Yeah, so for me to hear that, either you want to ask for protection or you're being protected. It never hurts to ask for protection. Give your gratitude, give your thanks, and ask for fucking protection. That is also the name of the game. Someone said they had a dream about me in a nap where some lady kept trying to touch me. And I was like, no, I'm good. No, I'm good. And she actually started getting upset in her nap dream that this lady would not take no for an answer. So she linked on her in the dream. That could be a sign of collaboration. You don't have to do it. Someone is more than willing to do it for you. Ashe. Ashe. She's been around. Queen of Earth. She's been around. She goes here. She actually goes with all of the cards, but specifically here, because when you get to the Queen of Earth, she is very wise. See, she got like antlers. So she's gone through some things. She's very wise. She understands a thing. And she has triple goddess energy rocking with her. Yeah. So she's aware of all of the other elements. Sorry, y'all, my foot was itching. She's well aware of all of the other elements. She is aware of her resources. She now knows how to use them and use them wisely. She's just not going and flying off the handles, you know. Queen of Earth, Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. They're very slow moving when they're planning and they're prepping, and especially when it comes to their money and making decisions. They will not be rushed. You will not rush them. They done took all my spoons, socks, and washcloths, girl, and my forks. Oh, my foot is itching. Yeah, that's definitely the one. Some of us could use some grounding. Some grounding. Some of us really need to ground. Some of us are rushing unnecessarily so. And it could be this fire energy, even though Scorpio season is a watery planet. It could be the fire energy. There's a lot of fire on the table. I said I was going to put all the cards out on the table. There's a lot of fire energy on the table. But you want to remember to ground yourself. You want to remember to come back to center. Some of us are struggling with, not doing anything. We've been in go mode, fire energy mode for so long because we just left summer. Some of us have been putting in a lot of work, been for so long that now there's really nothing to do. There's always something to do, but not in that fiery magnitude, not like go mode. Some of us are having a hard time relaxing, taking a breath, getting some much needed sleep. Some of us are really struggling with that. The Queen of Earth is coming through to tell you want to do just that. This is a rest period. You still got to defend. You still got to stand your ground. You still have to complete a cycle. But there is some time to rest. You definitely want to make sure that when you're coming to your choices, you understand the resources that you have. And your team, your spiritual team, they're part of your resources. Use them wisely. All of your lessons and experiences, they're in your knapsack and they're in there for a reason. OMG, yes, this is all me. Ayibo bull. What's going on, T? But yes, you want to use your resources. Your lessons, they count. Again, no matter how new you are on your journey, they count. And again, you are every candle, crystal, herb. You are everything that you need. You never need to seek outside of yourself. I don't care if you've been in the game for 5 seconds. Amethyst and Clover, what I always say, you have the power. You have the power. Be careful about getting people to do these rituals for you. Some of them are legit and some of them are not. Be mindful. I would do it myself. I would. If you're going to do anything for you because you about you, And I know people like, you don't want to play with that. It ain't playing. It ain't playing. Before you really go out and about and really do it for real, practice. Practice. We read these books all the time, and they tell you to get 2 things of this and 2 things of that. Practice that. Learn what the herbs and oils are. See what herbs and oils you like and how you can incorporate them into doing your ritual work. You want to be careful. My motto is, if you're too afraid to do it, don't do it. Don't pay somebody else to do it. If you're too afraid to do it, don't do it, because it's still for you. And if it's not just, that person ain't going to reap no consequences. They're not going to get a harvest either. They're doing it on the strength of you. Whatever is meant for you is going to be for you. So if you putting people in jars and all the rest of the stuff, you be like, well, I didn't do that. She did that. That's not how that work, boo. That's not how that work. That's not how that work. So I will definitely practice. And some of us are having a hard time with that. You're still not comfortable. It's being birthed. It's coming. It's coming. The call has been given. Are you answering? That's what's happening. Take a look at the bigger picture. Yes, it's scary and it's unnerving, but something keeps pulling you to it. Explore it. You ain't got to own it, claim it. You ain't got to, sacrifice it all. Explore. There's nothing wrong with exploring, making sure you understand what you're getting yourself into. Ask a question or few. Ask a question or few. We got the 7 of Wands. The 7 of Cups again. But 2 totally different energies. This 7 of Wands is about merging. This 7 of Wands is about your heart's desire and like your destiny. It's about bringing it together. You can actually have whatever it is that you want. You just have to choose. You got to choose. You got decisions to make. And someone feels you're struggling with this big dream. You feel as though that it's too big. It's not. It's time for the physical and the spiritual worlds to blend. This reminds me of when I was going through, I felt like I had to choose between the light and the dark. And it was like, not for you, Robin. This is not about a choice of the light and the dark. You will be a part of both. I didn't understand it. I didn't know. And I kept fighting it. Like, no, they say the dark is just the dark. Like, the dark is scary. The dark, you don't want to fuck around with the dark. I didn't understand it. But some are being called for the light and the dark. And here it is. Some of us are struggling with how to blend. First, you want to accept that you don't have to be just one thing. My twin helped me out with that one. I'm forever grateful. She was like, Robin, you're not a scatterbrain. You're multidimensional. You're multidimensional. You're not meant to be just one thing. None of us are. We're multifaceted as humans. We have many layers, but some of us are a little bit more quirky than others. She's like, no. You're just multifaceted. You're multidimensional. It's not about 1 or 2 or few things for you. You're part of the all, babe. You're part of the all. And I had to accept that. And I fought that for so long. I felt like I had to put myself in a box when I don't like to be in boxes. Aha. That was for me. That was solely for me. Okay. All right. I detest people trying to label me. I detest people trying to put me in boxes. I detest people trying to tell me who I am and how I should move. Oh, I can't stand that shit, baby. But I'll do it to myself. I'll do that. Yeah, let me share that with Amethyst and Clover. I ye Bobo. But the Queen of Earth, she knows who she is and she knows what she's about. She's gone through way too much. She's learned a lot. She's seen a lot. She's been through a lot. And she's putting her lessons together. And she's taking the time that she needs to see things clearly. Having the patience because she knows that she's Earth, baby. She will shake the shit out of you. She will swallow you whole. She knows how to use her resources. So if you're struggling with knowing your gifts, it's time to start exploring them. But before you can do that, you got to admit and acknowledge that you even have them. You have to. For air. It's definitely time to get some rest. It's definitely time to um, dualities of it all, because some of us are just bored. Some of us are tired of being bored. It's time to relax the mind. This four of air encourages us to relax the mind. And some of us really struggle. So the shadow work in regards to that will be the shadow side is that you're too busy. Your mind's too busy. Some of us are keeping ourselves busy for the sake of being busy because it keeps us distracted of having to deal with whatever it is we really need to deal with. That's not going to fly in Scorpio season. That's not going to fly. It's going to pop up at the most inopportune time. I encourage you to take that to your altar. You definitely want to handle it now. But it's not just your body that needs to get some rest. Expecting the unknown is my biggest struggle, or the new. See? Then don't expect it. You already know what's happening. You already know change is inevitable. You know, at least that's what works for me. If I know that there's nothing I can do about that, there's nothing I can do about that. It doesn't stop me from entertaining. It doesn't stop me from having some anxiety. But what it should encourage you to do is to acknowledge these things about yourself. Now that you've acknowledged that, you have some issues or you struggle with the unknown, how do you make yourself comfortable? How do you get yourself on board? How do you accept that you're going to forever and for always be in the unknown about some things? Change is inevitable. What is it that you do to get yourself on board with that? You want to dig into your knapsack. The energies and the vibrations, they stay the same. Situations, people, places, and things, they're the things that change. And they're encouraging you, take a mental break. Take a mental break. Stop overthinking it. There's a part that you're meant to do, and there's a part that your tribe is meant to do, the universe is meant to do, God is meant to do. How do you handle change? Do you even like change? Start there. If you don't like change, why not? Especially when you know it's inevitable. Why not? Definitely been overthinking a lot. What else is there to do? What else is there to do? When you're an overthinker, what else is there to do? So this is where having some fun comes into play. This is where channeling that energy that you're using to think and think and think and keep yourself on this loop, that's draining within itself. It is. For some reason, these two energies caused me to think of the rainbows. And then I took a quick look to see if I see a rainbow. I don't really see a rainbow here. I mean, it's colors here, but I don't see an actual, maybe then again. But this didn't call out to me as a rainbow. Even though rainbow is iridescent. I was about to say that's iridescent, but rainbow is iridescent. I digress. But for some reason, the Queen of Earth and the Seven of Water prompted me to think about the rainbows. I got it now. Rainbows, that they're like the sun rays bending, refracting inside of a water droplet, right? Or water droplets, right? And that's what creates the arc. So many of us, including my great niece, at the start of Scorpio season on the 23rd, me, my twin, my great niece, in different locations, different states, we all saw some form of a rainbow. And I spent a lot of time doing some quick research on rainbows. And the word that just kept sticking out to me was refracted or bending. I mean, Every time I looked up a word for the rainbow, we're just talking about bend, bend, bend. Emperor also comes through in this as well. During this time, you feel as though that you're about to break. You're having a hard time keeping it together. And I understand it. We've gone through a lot. You've gone through a lot. There have been many battles that you had to stand your ground, you had to speak up for, that you had to really be a warrior about yours. However you war, you had to be about it. But you want to understand, even at this stage of the game, with this cycle that is almost over, bend, don't break. Be flexible. Be on solid ground, baby. But be flexible. Be flexible. We bend, but we don't break. Don't let this thing break you. If you feel as though that you're going to break, you're going to break. Tap into that reserve. Every last one of us have power, willpower, energy on reserve. You know what we call it? What do we call it? Self-preservation. That's what we call it. It's time to dig into that. It's time to dig into that. Adjust. Sometimes we're so rigid, especially when we're close, we can see the finish line. And we're trying to force it through. You don't have to. Always leave room for your creator. Always leave room for Jesus, God, Buddha, Muhammad, Allah, Olu Mea, Obatala, Nana Bolo Klo. How it is you rock. You always want to leave room. Leave room for the universe to do her thing. Leave room for life. You understand what I'm saying? Shit happens. Life happens. Leave some room. Leave yourself a little wiggle room. Don't put yourself in a jam. Don't make it so tight. And some of us function best under pressure. I get it. But you're evolving. You're outgrowing those things. It's time to do something new, something fresh. You've learned a lot of lessons. I know for me, that's draining and that's tiresome. I used to find it so liberating to be down to the wire, purposely procrastinating because I know I'm good in a clutch. I know I'm good in a clutch. So sometimes I used to purposely try to beat the clock. Girl, I was in my 19s, 20s, even 30s. I'm too tired. I ain't got time for all of that. I want to make my moments count. I want to use my resources wisely. And that's what they're asking of for you. So the shadow side of it is, for some, you need to tap into your masculine energy right now. For some, you need to understand that the cycle is not yet complete. It's right there, but it's not yet complete. For some, you need to acknowledge that you are magic, that you are powerful. For some, you need to realize that there's an illusion. There's some delusional things taking place here, and your gut is telling you, and no, you're not crazy. You just can't put your finger on it, but it's there, and you know it. Rock with that. For some, sex magic is definitely the name of the game. For some, you need to go ahead and take a good look at yourself and admit the things that you see about yourself. For some, you need to let your mate, your loved ones, help you. For some, you need to call on your ancestors. These are the shadow sides. The overall message is, you're not going to get this done by yourself. It's going to take some effort. Whatever is coming, those big dreams and big goals that we've been putting out there. What they say, the bigger the goal, the bigger the dream, the bigger the challenge, the bigger the heartache, more money, more problems. That narrative. Yeah. Know who you can trust and who you can rock with. You're going to need them. Take all of that to your altar. I hope that has been helpful. I hope it's given you some insight. And then some need to do a process of elimination. Narrow it down. For others, find the balance. Blending is the name of the game. I think that blending goes along with the collaboration for some reason, but triple goddess energy is definitely out and it is definitely around. And I said the Marasa earlier with the magic mirror. First, I said the Marasa Toi, but it's actually the Marasa here. But when I saw the Queen of Earth, there's a little triple goddess symbol. I don't know what's coming through, but trust me on that. There's a little triple goddess symbol. Pay attention to the symbols, the signs of synchronicity. Some of us don't understand what we see when we're seeing it. Research that shit. Do yourself a favor. Stop asking everybody else what the fuck that shit mean and look it up for yourself. Seriously. Take a look. Before you ask someone else, take a look for yourself. Allow your spirit to come through. Allow your instincts, your intuition to come through. People just find it. So you take all this time to type. What does that mean? That energy? So you're giving me the power? I don't mind it. That's why I'm here. But I'm going to encourage you. You take a look for it for yourself first. You first. You always. True. Ashe. I hope this has been helpful. Let me know in the comments. Feel free to like, subscribe. Help the kid grow, baby. Help the kid grow. Just understand that it is a shadowy time. The overall message right now is that it's a shadowy time, and you want to make sure that you are rocking with your spirit. You are trusting your gut. You're trusting yourself. If you have a hard time trusting yourself, there lies your root work and your shadow work. Why? We're quick to forgive others. We're quick to give the man or the woman we know is not good for us chance at the chance at the chance at the chance at the chance. But we stop trusting ourselves like that. We're seeking outside of ourselves like that. Why do so many others get so many chances and not yourself? At what point do you forgive yourself and rock with yourself the same way that you want to believe these lies and these illusions that's coming from other people? Why you don't treat yourself like that? Why not willing to rock with yourself? I think that's the overall message here. You want to rock with yourself. For real. And don't forget to list or name or shout out what you know to be true. There's going to be a lot of illusions taking place. There's going to be a lot of people telling you one thing and trying to do another. They say they love you and they care about you. They just want to fuck. I'm just saying. Keep your wits about you. Keep your masculine energy and your feminine energy on the same accord. Stop rocking with the Joneses. Don't even knock on their motherfucking door. Let them be who they are and you be who you are. Yeah. And start vetting people. There's nothing wrong with taking a look or asking questions. People feel like you can't ask questions nowadays. Red flags to me. I'm just saying. And the cosmos yet again said the boundlessness, the direction, and the creative force. The night sky holds many a wonder, some that we can see with our eyes and some that we can only know with our hearts. Take time today to connect to the cosmos, go stargazing, read about the lunar cycles, or study astrology. Since we're in Scorpio season, I will encourage you to take a look into Scorpio energy. It's more than just sex. It's more than just being evil and mean and stinging people with their stingers. It's so much more to it than that. Go down that rabbit hole. It's very powerful, mystical energy. May no ill thought, words, curses, sexes, spells, negative energy, low vibration cross you, your auric, or aortic field, your head space, your body space, your heart space. Ashe, take what you need, leave the rest respectfully. If anyone is trying to do any harm to us on any type of level, mentally, physically, emotionally, psychologically, energetically, spiritually, again, any of the leads, come through my Uncle Lee. We want to send that back to sender, 9 by 9 by 9, 725 comes through my grandma read, because that's what the fuck we does. Ashe, ashe. And if you not having the night that you want to have, change that shit, baby. I hope it was helpful. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know if I hit some marks. Let me know if it rocked or you think I'm full of shit. Let me know. As above, so below, as within, so without. So more to be times 3. Ashe, ashe, aye, bo. Ashe, yo. Talk to the water. Water carries the vibration, energy, and currency as a way to talk to your ancestors as well. Beat your drum. If you ain't got a real drum, a physical drum, don't forget you are every tool. You're everything that you need. Really, all you need to do is have the true intention and say the word, baby. And your mental energy does count. So if you saying it in your head, that shit counts. That's all you really need. Your intentions and the word. Everything else, it helps. It's a boost. But at the end of the day, you think something hard enough, it is what it is. Your intentions and the words. Say what you mean and mean what you say and choose wisely. I love you. I love you. I love you. Peace. Now I'm